Today I'm going to show you how to build this expression to drag strip script. So how it works is you hop in your car, exclamation point start in the chat. As soon as I cross this ranger, that white line, this timer's going to stop. This timer's our quarter-mile time or whatever. So it's going to print the chat as soon as I cross the finish line. But that value that's saved, oh, you can see right there across the finish line in the chat, 17.8 seconds. So that value that's saved, I mean, you can save that anywhere on your server. You could have a leaderboard. I mean, it's up to you. But I'm just going to show you how to build this. So let's get right to it. Alright, so to start off, we're going to want to get our ranger, which is going to be our finish line. And you want to write down this original ranger distance. Mine is 487.688. We're going to okay, so when something goes in front of this ranger, the distance goes way down. So when a car crosses in front of it, we can compare the original ranger value to this ranger value and see if it's changed. If it has, if it's like 19, then something's definitely in front of it. It's probably a car. So we can do that with a less than gate. So we're going to grab our gate from the gate tool right here. Make sure it's less than, and you just throw it right there for now. And we're going to want to get a constant value. This constant value is where the original value of this ranger that you wrote down is going to be stored. It's going to be, that constant value is going to be our input to the less than, and the distance of the ranger is also going to be our other input. So it's going to be 487, which is what I have in my constant value, is going to be plugged in here with our wire tool. I'm going to want to plug that into A because it's comparing 487 is less than this original ranger value, which is 487.688. See, you might notice I rounded 487.688. It still holds true. 487 is still less than this original ranger value. So it doesn't break anything. But as soon as something crosses in front of it, then 487 isn't less than 22. So it's going to stop, and it's going to print out the time. So I'm going to hook up the range of this ranger value now to this. And now we see it's 1, and when I cross in front of it, it should turn into 0. See? This is 0 right here, and it's 1 when I step off. So when a car crosses in front, this turns to 0, and the E2 gets called and stops the script. So now we're just going to want to implement our timer, which is in our gates menu. And the start and stop of the timer is going to be hooked up to the expression2 chip. So this expression2 chip, the link is going to be in the description for the GitHub, so you can just copy this in, or you can just type this in. It's not too long. So I'm going to run through how it works. So basically, it has just a starting command. So if you type start, it's going to print starting, and it's going to make sure that the timer is set to 0. And then if something crosses in front of it, it's going to get the difference in the starting time and the ending time, and it's going to reset your timer back to 0. So not difficult. You could ignore this right here. I'm just going to take these out. This is for some other stuff I was doing. Alright, great. So this E2 should work as soon as I hop in my car. Oh, and one more thing. When I showed you guys this, I had a wire screen just put on here. You can just throw it on like this. And then this time is going to be hooked up to the timer output. So I'm just going to wire this up real quick. Oh, and we forgot to hook up these timer inputs to this expression2 chip. So this reset is going to go to the stop, and this run is going to go to the start. Pretty simple. And then this total time output is going to go to the output of the timer. And is done is the actual value of the less than. So it's 1 right now, and when it's 0, it calls this E2 chip. So now if I do exclamation point start, starting, and when I cross in front, it should print out a time. There you go. So now just do it in my car. So time's running, and as soon as I cross in front, there you go. So I hope this helped you guys out. Make sure everything is hooked up. Both of the inputs to the E2 chip are red. Just every input right here is red.